it would be like if Guns N' Roses got back together in Los Angeles. It would just be riots. You know, they would just
Yeah.
be they would be riots. So,
That's great.
Modern Rare does not need to be making a fighting game. It would not.
no,
People don't know what they're asking for. It's not going to be what we expect.
no, it won't. Anyone that played Perfect Dark Zero can tell you that Rare should not make any more. You know,
That is
wow.
the best point I've ever heard you make.
Perfect Dark Zero. I remember when the 360 first came out, I got that game and I was like, why am I shooting someone 30 times in the head? Why does their head have a life bar? I was like, what? What the fuck? And then they put a mask on. I'm like, now their mask has a life bar. Then their head has a life bar. Wow. Rare.
Man, what happened to them? That gold, 1995 to 1998,
Yeah,
they
man.
were gods, and now, oh my god.
Well, here's what happened. It was like the down. First, they make this game called KI, and they're like, available for your home on the Instinct. Fuck, no, we can't do that. And then, then it was like, then they make Killer Instinct 2, and they were like, They made Killer Instinct 2 was made simply because they couldn't put KI 1 on the N64 because then Nintendo was like, hey, we're using these cartridges. What do you think? Rare was like, oh fuck. You know,
Yeah.
so basically they were like, we'll just make a simpler game that doesn't use a complicated as in-depth graphics engine. So they try to dumb the graphics engine down, and they try to take things out like announcing the combos and stuff like that, just so they can put it to the N64 and have it look like it might be the arcade, even though it's not. You know, so N64 is the sole reason why there even was a KI2. Otherwise they wouldn't even have made it.
What's sad is the N64 port's not even that good.
No,
KI
it's
Gold.
it's terrible.
Yeah.
I played it a couple weeks ago. It was terrible.
It's terrible, and it's not even like the arcade either. They changed everything around, and I'm like, why would you make an arcade version just to port and then change the port?
I actually have a Killer Instinct 2 cabinet.
Really?
Yeah,
Yeah.
I have one. I sold to a friend of mine now, but it's at his apartment. He's got Killer Instinct 2. It was a KI2 cabinet, but it's got I have an MK board swap out, so you can swap out all the mortals and all the stuff, and I have like the actual like arcade like platform swap out, so you can swap out the buttons and stuff like that. So
That's awesome.
yeah.
What was better, that or Primal Rage?
I actually have Primal.
Ooh.
I actually own Primal Rage 2. I do have that arcade board. I'm one of the very few that
Wow.
owns that game.
Wow, that is really cool.
A
Man.
playable version.
I have a playable version. I do have the beta version of the game. It's actually more like an alpha version, I think. Really, I mean, I do have it. It's interesting to say the least, because you start off with your human form, and then after you play the human form, and like Supers as a human form makes you turn into your dinosaur form. But then if you play several games as the human form, you can then another character appears above you on the select screen, and it's your dinosaur form. Then you can pick your dinosaur form where the supers turn into your human form. And then if you play the dinosaur form several games, you get a meta form, which is you can randomly with super meter morph back and forth between human and dinosaur, which is your meta form. So you would be like the raptor bitch would be Kina, so she's meta Kina. The blizzard guy is Kaze, so he'd be meta Kaze. So you have all kind of.
How would a human beat a dinosaur?
I have no idea. The best character in the game is either Kaze because he has ridiculous resets with his freeze supers or whatever, or Kina who's the raptor bitch. Those are the two best characters.
Now, in Primal Rage 1, please tell us you played as Blizzard, right?
Yeah, I played as Blizzard. Yeah.
All
Oh,
right.
that's awesome. That's awesome.
Actually, what's funny? I never played Sub-Zero in any fighting game. This was the only one I played Sub-Zero in. Really, except for regular MK3, which I'm very upset that they even changed that game to UMK. But I basically I don't have any kind of character loyalty. Now all the Sub-Zero fans out there are going to be like, no, Tom Brady. No, I don't have character loyalty. I actually like fat
They're
characters.
lucky you've been with them this long.
Yes, I mean I like fat characters, or new characters.
I like that, dude. So you like Bob and Tekken?
I play Boraicho, the other
Boracho, hell yeah.
dude, I like fat characters, but in this MK game, I went with Sub-Zero for a couple of reasons. One, just because there's just a lot of things that characters have to deal with that Sub-Zero does not, in general, so. I mean, originally when I made the character, I was based around ridiculous damage, so I was like, hey, that's cool, and of course that's gone, long gone. But I usually don't really have like that kind of like a character loyalty kind of thing. So it's usually like new characters are usually what I'm drawn to in fighting games. But there are no new characters in this fighting game, so I said, fuck it, go with Sub-Zero.
Now, Tom, tell us about your experience working with NRS and testing MK9.
Uh, they actually contacted me on right after like NEC to come, and a few others, like Shock and Conqueror, Check and Bone went to NRS and they flew us out there for a week, and we were playing. It's so tough to only have that small time period, and they say, "Hey, find shit,"
Right.
and we definitely think we helped. We definitely think we contributed, but um, there's so much to find. It's just a small time period, obviously.
A very small group of players to be doing
That's,
that job.
Very,
yeah, a week. I mean, that's like enough time just to learn how the game works.
I think they had I don't know how many testers, maybe 15 tops, 20 tops overall. I would have had 20 testers just on Cyrax. I would have had like literally I would have said your job is to make sure this character functions properly. That is all you have to do. This is what I need him to do. If he does not do this, then you fucking tell me about it immediately.
He's ridiculous.
Yeah, I mean, so what's even more ridiculous is they argue that he needs 100% combos. Like,
Yeah, I just saw on the forums Maxter ranting about it again.
Here's what I want to say. I have been blown up for losing more than any other player. Like look at Summer Jam. I got blown up for getting fourth at Summer Jam. There are some players, and this is not. It's so hard because you can't talk about it without someone trying to turn it around like you're offending them. Maxer didn't even make it out of pools. That doesn't mean he's bad. That just means the level of competition was high. Maybe he had a bad game, whatever. He's a great player, obviously. No one even talks about that kind of shit. Tom Brady. If I were to play Cyrex, and I were to lose, do you understand what would happen to me? He would be like, damn, Cyrex still can't win. Trash, bitch. You know what I mean? It's like, but the thing is, Sub-Zero has been a perfect legend. If he were to say right now, they changed Kung Lao too much, I'm going to quit, he would be blown up. I mean, he already gets blown up now for people even thinking it. Maxter, and again, this is, he can just say, if they're going to nerf Cyrex, so I can only do 60%, I don't know if I want to play this game anymore. There was a rumor going around saying, Eric Ward is saying, if they nerf Cabal so we can't do 99 instant air fireballs with the dash nerf, that he might quit the game,
Yeah, I saw that too.
And I'm going, if I would have won Power Up, and they nerf Sub-Zero, like give everybody armor, and I said, you know what, guys, it's not for me, I'm going to leave, they would say, fuck you, you are garbage. Do you know what would happen if I were to quit after that? So I think this whole quitting thing is absolutely ridiculous. The point is to try to balance the game. I have played a lot of fighting games.
Yeah, I don't see why trying to blackmail NRS by saying I'm going to quit the game is going to make them not patch the character.
That's
yeah.
what it's like.
I've also,
go ahead.
You see those Cyrex players, they're saying basically, we have hidden technology, and if you dare nerf him, we're going to start doing these other resets. If I'm Paulo, I say you do the nuclear option on Cyrex. You say you go to that Cyrex forum and you go, all right, you guys want to hide this kind of broken shit, knowing we're trying to patch it out? Fine, we're gonna just fuck him up then.
Yeah, I would just say no problem.
Delete him from the game altogether.
Yeah, no problem. We'll fix Cyrex, no problem. Once you do one bomb, wait 10 seconds before another one comes down. Yeah, good job.
I would love to see that.
That'd be great. That would be great.
You'd be punishing Cyrex players unfairly, but it'd be funny.
Yeah, then he would be like, oh, by the way, if you have any new technology, make sure you let me know so I can take that next. Obviously, it's a catch-22 because Paulo loves Cyrex, so he doesn't want to hurt the character. But you have Cyrex players, almost threatening,
Right.
they're really threatening them, going, yo, we got hidden. What's so fucked up is you have Cyrex players that will basically say, that they'll say, I want the game to be good. I don't want anything broken. I just want Cyrex to be really fucked up. That's basically what they want balance. Cyrex players will cry about Cabal